Good morning, Facebook friends. How are you? Listen, we're going to make something that's so good today. It's called golden broccoli casserole. And that's going to be our dish for Christmas, too. We're going to have a green casserole, and I think everybody will love it. Even the children will love this. I bought some big broccoli heads. You can use the frozen, but these were so pretty at the pig, I decided to use the fresh. I've already washed them and got them ready here for us. And so what you want to do is cut off the heads or break them off into a bowl. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to chop all these little, they call them flowerets. If you buy the frozen ones, what you need to get is a 32-ounce bag of, don't just get frozen broccoli, get the little flowerets, they call them. Like that. Children call them trees. They'll say, eat your trees, y'all. It'll be good for you. I want to tell y'all, when my son got married, my daughter gave the after rehearsal party for him at her house. And I called some of my friends. I said, will y'all please help me out? I need some food over there. And if you get a real big one like this, just go ahead and cut it. You want it the size that when they put it to their mouth, they can eat it. You can't put that thing in your mouth. So anyway, I gave them all, my friends, about 4 or 5 of them, this golden broccoli casserole. And I said, can y'all make this at home and have it over at Hannah's house at a certain time? And they said, we sure will. And they did. And it was delicious. And so Dallas has been married probably, I don't know, 18 years or something. So I've been cooking this 18 years. And probably most of you out there have cooked this same broccoli casserole. You might have changed it around a little bit. I don't know. But here's what you do. I've got some water boiling right here in a pot. And you want to steam this broccoli just a little bit. You want your broccoli in your casserole to be have a little bit of a crunch. You don't want it to be a total mush, okay? I'm trying to find my colander. There it is. All right, so here's how I steam my vegetables. Since I don't know any other way to do it. I have a metal colander. It's an old one, and what I'm going to do is put this broccoli in this metal colander like that. Here's one I need to break up. So I bought four stalks of broccoli, but if you buy the frozen, you buy at least 32 ounces of broccoli, okay? They say this is a good vitamin for you. It has vitamin K in it, and it's good for you. So it'll be good with that roast that we cooked yesterday. All right, here we go. We're going to take this over here to my, I've got water boiling in this little pot. So what I'm going to do is I just sit my broccoli on top like that, and I get me a top and put on it, some kind of top. Let me find me one over here in my bucket. See if I can find it. Go down in there. You want something, if you have to rig something up like I do, it'll be fine. Hey, I'm always rigging in the kitchen. So I found this little top, and I'm going to put it down over that broccoli like that, so that steam is steaming the broccoli, okay? And while that's going on, I'll show you what else to do. Let me move this out of the way. We're going to saute some onions. And we're going to saute these onions in some butter. Let me see how much butter we're going to saute them in. Let me see if it even says. I mean, you know, I had half a stick, that's what it says, until tender. So I've got me a big onion. It says 1 big onion. Now you people out there, like that little girl I was talking to yesterday, that said she couldn't cook, you can do this because there's no cooking involved. A casserole is one of the easiest things that you can do because all you do is just read it, throw it together, and cook it. You can make a casserole out of anything. All right, I'm going to cut it in little squares. Not too little. You don't want it too little. Put it in my little skillet over here. See how that's just steaming my broccoli so good? Y'all remember that little Christmas song? It says, all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. That's an old song, isn't it? My daddy, he would get up every Christmas morning and he would start singing Christmas candy. That's the only thing he knew was just that little part. He'd say, Christmas candy, hanging on a tree. And that's all he knew. I don't even know the rest of it because I never actually heard him say the rest of it. All right, now we're going to get a stick of butter and cut it in half. It says to use a half a stick, so I'll get me a half a stick and cut it in half. And put it down under those onions a little bit in this pan like this so we can touch that. And I'm going to turn it on. Let me fix this thing over here. There we go. All right, we're going to, got to turn my little thing around here, hadn't I? I hadn't even turned my truck around. I got it on the same day as I had. All right, but anyway, so we're gonna saute those. All right, let me get a big bowl down. I'll show you what we're gonna do next. So we've got our broccoli getting a little bit tender, and into a bowl we are going to put 1 cup of mayonnaise. Now y'all know that this is my favorite condiment of all time. I love mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise crackers. I like mayonnaise sandwiches. We used to eat those when I was a little girl. All we did was put mayonnaise on a piece of white bread. All right, there's a cup of mayonnaise. If you don't like mayonnaise, you could try sour cream or yogurt. I've never tried it, but it may be delicious. So if you don't like mayonnaise, try it a different way. 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, and you mix that in there. Stir it up. 2 eggs. I'm going to crack them in this little thing right here. These are the double yolk. I'm sure they'll work. Put another one in. 2 eggs. Okay, and stir that up. There you go. You can see better now, can't you? All right, into that we are going to add a third. Well, our onions are beginning to do over here. That's a good thing. I think I'll cut up the butter so it'll go a little faster. There we go. All right. You could, y'all, for Christmas, you could make this the day before. Just don't cook it. Just do not cook it. Just make it up and pop it in your refrigerator. And on Christmas morning, get that casserole out and let it get room temperature and then pop it in the oven. All right, so I got this big thing of Velveeta cheese and I cut it, a third of it off. Okay, and that's what we're going to put in it. A third of it. It said cut it in little squares. And if y'all have ever cut Velveeta before, you know it's hard to cut in squares. So I'm just going to do like this. Cut little bitty pieces off. Some of you don't like Velveeta cheese. You'd rather have something else. And I've made this casserole with other cheeses, like the sharp cheese and that kind of thing. But I do not like it as good. It's just not as good. To me. But you bake it however you want to. It's your kitchen. You can do it just like you want to. And no problem with that. So, you put that in there. This is easy. It's something you can do ahead of time. So on the day of Christmas, you won't have all this to do. You just pop that up and pop it in the oven and you're home free. Or if you were going to your mama's house or an aunt's house and you want to take a dish, this would be an excellent one to carry. All right, so you got that. You got your cheese mixed in, and your eggs, and your mayonnaise, and everything. Now what you do next is you're going to take your onions that have sauteed, and you're going to put those in there. So you got, you know, as I always used to say, if you've got good things in a casserole, it's going to come out good. I mean, you can make some up yourself if you want to. You can make you up a casserole. I've done it many a time out of what I had on hand, which is sometimes not that much. You make a soup out of anything, and you can make a casserole out of anything you happen to have. Okay, our onions are sauteed enough, I think, right here. You get me a hot pan. Thank you for this little thing that y'all are just so good to you people in Facebook land. Y'all are so good to me, and I thank you. Y'all have sent me little things that are so useful, and some things that are pretty, and some things I wear, like this apron, just all kinds of stuff, and I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Here's our sauteed onions. You put it in there. Ooh, it smells so good already. All right, move that out of the way. Stir in your sauteed onions in there. See how good that's looking? All right, now then we're going to take our broccoli and put it in there. It's sauteed enough, steamed enough. We don't want to steam it too long because it's going to cook in the oven, and so we don't want it to be a mush. Take your broccoli that's steamed, and you put it in there. And gently fold it over so that it gets some goodie on everything. And you're going to pop this in the oven at room temperature now at 350 degrees till everything gets bubbly, because everything in it is already done already. This is called golden broccoli. All right, let me get me out my casserole dish. I don't have any pull-out cabinets or pull-out drawers, so I just have to do the best I can. This is what I'm going to use. I think it'll be a good casserole. It looks like about a 9 by 13 or 9 by 11. Anyway, you pour this in your casserole dish. Let me find my spatula, or a spatula. Okay, it looks mighty good. Okay, spread it out in there. Now remember, if you do yours on Christmas Day, it will already be hot. So all you'll have to do is just a little bit of something and you'll be ready. All right, you got that in here like this. Look down there in it. See how pretty it looks. And what you're going to do now is take one sleeve of some kind of Ritz cracker. Whatever kind you use, and you're going to crush this Ritz cracker. Now, you're not going to mix it and butter anything, you're just going to crush it. So, this is how I crush it. And it just does so good. I had to think of an easy way to do this thing. All right, it's crushed, see there? And you just take your casserole dish and put your crackers on top of it. And when you crush your crackers like this, it's a good way to crush it. I'm telling you. I don't know how y'all are crushing yours, but this is the easiest way. You don't have to get out your rolling pin or bang it on anything. You just... Okay, it's ready to pop in the oven on 350 degrees, and it's going to be good, y'all. Real good. Talk to you in a little bit when I take it out, okay?